Hi, this is the Airfix 1-72 Supermarine Spitfire. Now I did purchase it because it is a bit different underneath with the white, the black and the silver. Now I did look this up, and early during the war, 1939 to I think it was 1940, I'm not sure whether it was the beginning of 1940, but they did have them painted like this, and then they did change the colour scheme. Now you can probably get this one in a starter kit, but as I've got the paints and everything, I decided to get this one. And as you can see, the painting on it, was strange, so I did look it up to, check to see if they did come out in this colours. And what I could find out was they did it so the observers could easily spot whether, which type of plane it was coming over, and this one I think you would spot fairly easy. I would say it's a fairly old kit, but again, with most planes there is quite a bit of cockpit detail, and there is a decal that goes on for the instrument panel, but again you can't see really in there. I think it's just knowing that you've painted it all inside and you know that it's all done. Like his boots were matte black, but you can't even see his legs. The only thing that does look new is the decals. They go on very easy. This was the cockpit. As you can see, there's quite a bit in there. As I say, the decal that goes on. But you don't really see anything like that when it's inside. The landing gear, you get two sets, so you can have them up or down. I've always put mine down. I think if you put them up, you can get stands. I'm not sure if they're made by Airfix, but Airfix used to supply the stands. I normally always put the aerial on. I actually use nylon thread, because if you use cotton it's a bit fuzzy. As you can see, it looks identical on top, but underneath it is quite a bit different. Because the next one I will do would probably be the D-Day one, to put the white stripes. Again, that was so they could easily recognise it. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.